Okay, let's get to the next cyberpunk storyline. Not right now. Okay, it is definitely appropriation. The use of the Tamoka in Cyberpunk 2077. So when I looked at the story, I'm like, what the hell is a Tamoka? And I looked up and down this article, and then I finally noticed that, oh, okay, this is a Tamoka, this little tattoo thing. So again, people people are just losing their minds on cultural appropriation. The inclusion of the Tamoka in Cyberpunk 2077 has left gamer and design consultants shocked. Oh my god, they're shocked that there's a guy with a tattoo on his face. Oh my god. Oh no. What are we gonna do with our lives? As a gamer, it doesn't. Shocked by the was a hyped dystopian video game. As a gamer, it doesn't ruin the entire game, but it casts a shadow on it. For me, as an indigenous person, said Morgan Watson, the creative director of MW Consultancy, and Phase 4 games. I can't, in good conscience, play this game when I know that they've taken something sacred from our people and just because it looks cool. I know it looks cool, and it's not any reason to just steal it. Are people this dumb? Like, seriously. Are they really this dumb? Like, think of it like as like shouldn't you be honored that something that cool is like in a video game, like your culture is like in a video game? Like how often do you see that kind of stuff? Like how often do you see this tattoo in movies, TV shows, video games? Like if it was an aboriginal looking person, would you be offended? Like with this like let's say if you change his character to be more aboriginal looking or more, I don't like the term Indian, but like because I guess it's cultural appropriation, but they're aboriginals in my brain. But this guy could look aboriginal, but as soon as you turn him white or you turn him Asian, then it's considered racist. Like it's just stupid. Like okay, I'm Pakistani in origin, right? So, but if I saw somebody wearing Pakistani clothing or Pakistani like style designs, I wouldn't be pissed. I'm like, oh, cool. Like I can't believe there's a game with stuff like that in there. That's awesome. I just think cultural appropriation is the stupidest thing ever. In that to the left, like people who are very liberal think of like it's just so dumb. I think it's just the dumbest thing ever. Like, do you guys know about history? Like, history is literally cultural appropriation. You know what we've done with other cultures? Like, other cultures, human beings have gone and killed other people's cultures and then taken their culture on as their own. This has happened for thousands of years. Why don't you care about those people? Why don't you care about the people the Mongolians killed? The like those cultures gone. Why don't you care about that? You care about this. It's just so dumb. Like who cares? Everything is cultural appropriation. Your culture, the Aboriginal culture, whichever this tattoo comes from, this was probably stolen from somebody else. This was definitely stolen by somebody else. Like every culture takes from the other culture and adds it together. That's what makes human beings awesome. Is because we can take shit from other people and use it for our own. Is it cultural appropriation to eat Chinese food if you're not Chinese? Is it cultural appropriation if you're not Indian to eat Indian food or sushi food like sushi with Japanese food? Sorry, it's just dumb. Like just so dumb. It really bothers me that people get pissed off about this. And this lady, she's offended, but there's probably another person who is her the same background as her, same Aboriginal background, and loves that this character has this tattoo. You know, and he's like, "Yo, they have this tattoo in here." I bet you there's a person out there that's like some Aboriginal guy who has the same, who comes from the same Aboriginal background with the Tom Mocha, and he saw the game. He's like, "Oh, I can put this tattoo on my face. That's just dope." I don't think these people know that in the game you can be any race. You can change your color. Like, you are just fucking idiots. I can't in good conscience play a game when I know they've taken something sacred from our people just because it's so cool. You probably took that from another tribe of people. Just so fucking dumb. Before the games go release, blah blah. Yeah. December leaked screen grab of character with the Moko Kayoe. Kayoe. I don't know how to say that. Sorry, I apologize. A traditional tattoo worn by females was circulated online. I was super shocked. I was so shocked, Watson, after seeing the image, cultural appropriation in the rife in the gaming industry. How about this? Okay. Um, do you wear a pantsuit and tie? Do you wear that? Like, do you wear business formal clothing? Should people like should Italian? I think Italians were the ones who created business formal. I'm not too sure. Maybe it was the British who created it, but like, do you think they get pissed off when somebody wears clothes? Like, oh, they're going to a business formal like get together, and they wear business clothes and then do you think they get pissed off? Like, oh, you're taking away my culture. They don't care. Like, they don't give a shit. It's just so dumb. Like, I remember watching a video from PragerU, and there was this white guy who dressed up in like the Chinese get up with like the red Chinese I don't know what's called, the clothing, and with the pointy hat, and he walked around a college campus, and everybody in the college campus was offended. Like, there was more white people that were offended than Chinese people, even though Chinese people at that campus were probably offended as well. But then the funny thing is, he goes to Chinatown in that same area where he talks to older Chinese people, and the older Chinese people love it. They're like, "Oh, it's awesome! You're wearing our clothing. It looks nice on you. It fits nice." And I think it's just a younger generation problem. The older generation doesn't care. They think it's cool. They think you're being honorable to them. They think like, "Oh, look at this guy. He's appreciating my culture." It should be cultural appreciation, not culture appropriation. Every culture has been appropriated. Your Aboriginal culture was appropriated by other cultures. You were the culture that won out, that lived in the end. Because people don't realize this. 60 years ago, man, we were all fighting wars. We were all killing each other in tribes. You don't realize that so many cultures have died, and like different cultures have survived because they had to. Because back in the day, people would die. Oh man, I'm going up for song. People would die, and their culture would just end. And the only way the culture comes back is if they find remains of a different culture. Why do you think the Aztecs like stuff is still around? Their culture is dead, but they found their remains. They found their old structures, old buildings. But even they think that's I don't know, it's just so dumb, man. It's probably the dumbest thing. Not cultural appropriation, cultural appreciation. Think of it like that. Role-playing game developed by a Polish company. Don't appear to have any other reference to Maori culture. Shut the fuck up, seriously. These people are so dumb. Watson, who has been a gamer for more than 20, 30 years, saw and sneak preview of the game at the festival. Oh my god. I can't even watch this. Is this her? That's a dope tattoo. Let me see what her dumb.
You didn't know part of their character customization includes tamako. A CD Projekt Red, if you are unsure, it is cultural appropriation. Here's the thing, if you can Google image search Māori tattoos, then you can Google search Māori cultural consultation. Girl would have been first in the list. Good SEO there. Here's what's wrong with it. No.
I can't even talk to her. I can't even hear her talk, honestly. You can tell by the color here that she's an SJW. Maori and Polynesian culture designs have been appropriated in games before. Ramsey highlighted the customization in Tony Hawk and whatever. That's a pretty cool tattoo. And it's only females that wear it? That's interesting. The Maori culture is pretty badass. I think those are the people who do the haka dance. Have you seen it? Where, like, these guys, oh, I gotta show you a video. It's super cool. Let me show you. Wait. Haka. So in New Zealand, they do this So all their teams, they do this before a game to intimidate the other shoot, to intimidate the other team. This should be like an old war cry, like where they would just before they would go to battle, they would just do to intimidate everybody else. This is pretty badass. Like this is cool. Like if I decided to do this, is this culture appropriation? Am I a racist, or am I just like this is cool? This is dope. Like there's a bunch of white people there too. Are they racist? That guy's a racist for sure, 100%. Oh, he can't do that tongue. That tongue is racist right there. You can't do that. Just tell him. It's a dope fucking thing. Like it's freaking cool as hell. Like, and can you just appreciate it? Like, do you have to be from that culture to appreciate it? Like,